cousins are watching me and I'm not wearing any makeup, so please ignore everything that's happening in this video. Background's different because I'm at my cousin's house. And yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right over here if you haven't already, which you can't actually click because of annotations got rid of from YouTube. So I have to have a new intro. So today, we are going to be doing DIY school supplies for the internet fangirl. I'm sorry, I have gum. These are just going to be YouTube internet fangirl DIYs that you can have for school. I don't want to keep this intro too long, so make sure to follow me on my social media. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. So yeah, let's just get into it. So for this DIY, we are going to make it We're going to be making pins and keychains. So you're going to need a thing called shrinky dinks, which is basically a shrinking plastic. Pretty sure you've heard of it. But since this thing shrinks to like 1/3 of the size that you draw it, I decided that an index card was a good reference. So you're going to want to draw it on the index card, whatever design you want. And I did a YouTube logo because this is for internet fangirls. And you're going to trace it on top with the Sharpie and a shrinky dink. And you're going to want to draw on the rough side, the sanded down side, and yeah. And then you're going to cut that out after. And you are going to line your baking sheet with parchment paper, and you're going to put it at 325 preheated and place your shrinky dinks all over it, spread out. And you want the rough side faced up where you ever colored and stuff. Then pop it in the oven, then 325, and then you're gonna leave it there until the shrinky dinks are left. I followed the directions. It said you can paint before like putting it in the oven, but that didn't work out because otherwise it got this really weird rough side. And make sure you leave it on the oven until it's completely flat. It will curl a bit, but if you guys get this like bowl effect, like with a little bubble, it's not gonna be good. And then, but these are how it should turn out. And then after you can paint one side because one side is clear and Sharpie and stuff. So yeah, and it took me a bit of trial and error to figure out the shrinky dinks, but just leave them in the oven until they're completely flat and paint them once you're done, and that's it. So these DIYs are pretty easy to make, and I think that they'll help you make friends because people will be like, hey, you watch them? Oh my gosh, is that Bear Bear? And yeah, they'll freak out too. And yeah, so these DIYs are simple and can help you, not just make you look cute, you know? So for this DIY, we're gonna make a DIY notebook cover, and this is perfect for people that aren't really artists. So first of all, you're going to want to draw the YouTube logo. You can either do the play button or whatever it says YouTube on it. And if you're not the artist, because this is like supposed to be simple and plain and like easy to do, you can just print it onto paper. But I decided to draw it because I had to be extra and show off my drawing skills. No, they're not that great. And then after, I use an index card so I can write straight. And then you're gonna write all your favorite creators across the top and go all the way down the page. If you don't have this many people as me, I literally could not fit everyone that I love on here. So you're just gonna you're gonna make the font a little bit smaller or bigger depending how many people you know. And then within each channel name, I separated it with like a triangle representing the play button. And obviously the names aren't going to fit perfectly in the row, so you're going to want to like fill it in with something. I used hashtags and the YouTube button logo. But yeah, if you see any of your favorite creators, let me know in the comments below because that would be awesome if you know the same creators. And yeah, so I just love all the people on this paper. And yeah, so, and I couldn't fit everyone, which sucks. So yeah, just take your time with this and it's easy. You're just writing all these people's names on it. And yeah. Then once you're done with that, you are going to take your Sharpie and write down all, or what am I saying? You're just going to trace over the names again. And you definitely want to start with pencil because you are pretty much going to mess up if you start with Sharpie. If you don't, you are amazing. You can do this pretty well. As for me, I can't do that, so I can't perfectly fit it in one go. So I just used Sharpie and outlined it. You can use the thinner Sharpies if you want it to be read more easily and stuff. And then you're just gonna erase all the pencil marks. And fun fact, this eraser I've had since kindergarten. So yeah, and then I just went over the YouTube logo again, made some touch-ups, and then filled in the red part of the YouTube logo and the other mini logo button things and the thing. And YouTube has like a signature red color, so I couldn't get it until I found like the right color for it. So yeah. Afterwards, you can do whatever you want with it. You can glue it onto a notebook cover or slip it into your binder, and I think this is a great conversation starter. So this next DIY is a YouTube logo shirt, and for this you're going to need a plain white shirt. I literally got mine for $2 at Michael's. It was so cheap and it's on sale, and they're great quality, and yeah, so you can even use an old shirt. And this part is optional. You can use an embroidery ring. They're only $2 literally, and they help a lot. But if you don't need it, or if you don't have access to it, that's pretty much fine. It just helps a lot better if you have a stretchy shirt. So then I just took embroidery floss, and I took red and white, and then I took a expo marker and drew the YouTube button logo. So you can use a reference photo if you want, but it's pretty much just a square with like blunt sides or corners with a triangle in the middle. And then after that, you're going to take your red embroidery floss. Do not remove the black parts. You want to like pull the string so then you don't mess it up, because it's much more neater that way. And then the hardest part is threading the needle. So once you get your needle threaded, you're just going to loop it and embroider your design. You're basically going like a whip stitch, I think that's what it's called, but you're just like going up and down, pretty simple, and filling in the YouTube logo design. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And I would also recommend to have a black border when you start first, because then you'll have like a guideline of where to fill if you need to adjust your bordering or not, because that is what I needed to do. Because later on I ended up adding a black border to make it look a little neater, because my square didn't turn out perfectly square. But yeah, and then I stopped with the red and went ahead with the white in the middle. You don't have to if you don't want to, if you want it like empty in there. But yeah, and then just knot it, and then I continued back on with the red and filled the top part, what's above the triangle, and then filled in what's below. And then, you know, you can just watch. I'm really bad at explaining, and I'm just like keep talking because I want to. And yeah, oh my gosh, that little thread on the embroidering, it says why. I don't know why I keep talking. But yeah, so once you're done, just go ahead and knot it, and you can do some final touch-ups. And yeah, I keep saying and. Can you like comment down below how many times I say and yeah, and yeah, and yeah, and yeah. So that's pretty much how it looks right now, but then later on I did it off camera and added a black border. Obviously it looks a little better with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and you can rock your YouTube fangirl clothing stuff. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, make sure to click the videos on the screen right now. I did announce the giveaway winner of my back to school haul, so make sure to check the video description if you won or not, but I already contacted them. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!